Our top story this hour, India has begun the commercial export of COVID vaccines. A shipment of 200,000 Covishield doses has already left for Brazil. In a tweet, the Brazilian foreign minister thanked New Delhi for prioritizing the country in vaccine export. Brazil is the second worst affected country by the coronavirus after the United States. India will also be commercially exporting vaccines to Morocco. The countries will receive the Covishield vaccine. The shots developed by UK-based drug maker AstraZeneca and Oxford University are being manufactured at the Serum Institute of India, which is the world's biggest vaccine maker. The Indian government had held off exporting doses until it began its own domestic immunization program last week. That being an important point here, and health workers were the first to receive the COVID-19 jabs in India. Apart from Covishield, India has also rolled out its indigenously developed vaccine, Covaxin, which has been made by Bharat Biotech. And meanwhile, India continues to send free vaccines to neighboring nations and key allies. In the latest, 1.5 million doses have been shipped to Myanmar, 50,000 doses to Seychelles, while Mauritius has received about 100,000 jabs. Earlier, Bangladesh received 2 million doses, while Nepal received 1 million jabs. And now for more on this, we are being joined by our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal. Siddhant, thank you so much for joining us. I think this is a question that everyone would like clarity to. At a time when there have been concerns of a select few countries holding vaccines, India has been trying to help other countries as well. How do you think the balance is being maintained to have enough vaccines to inoculate all of India's population and also making sure that other countries receive their share of the doses as well? What are the plans in place for the same?
Well, we must remember that India is the pharma capital of the world. This is something that India has reaffirmed last year when India supplied HCQ and paracetamol to 150 countries amidst the COVID pandemic. And this year, the big focus is on the vaccine. India supplies 60% of global vaccine demand. In fact, the World Health Organization takes 70% of its immunization vaccine needs from India. India is a lead supplier when it comes to measles vaccine, and now, of course, it is the big focus of the COVID vaccine destination. India gave a go-ahead to export for the COVID vaccine on Wednesday, but today is that day when the commercial exports have finally left India, because from Wednesday we saw India gifting the COVID vaccine to its neighboring countries as part of neighborhood first policy. In fact, 7 countries have been gifted India's made in India vaccine, which include 3 countries today who will be getting vaccine today. These countries are Myanmar, Seychelles and Mauritius. Seychelles, it lands at 1 p.m. local time, Myanmar at 2:30 p.m. local time, and Mauritius at 7 p.m. local time, the Indian consignment land. So clearly, India is the big destination when it comes to COVID vaccine, and India has made sure that the idea of COVID nationalism, this is something that world is fearing, fails because of India's action when it comes to its neighborhood and beyond as well.
All right, Siddhant. And also, like we mentioned earlier, India held off sending vaccines to other countries because it wanted to start its own immunization program first. What can you tell us about the plans for immunization in the country? And how do you think it will impact, giving vaccines to other countries? How do you think that will impact the immunization program in India?
Well, just a short while ago, just 10 minutes ago, the Indian Health Ministry released the official data of number of people who have been vaccinated here in India. It is almost the 7th day since the vaccination started. The mega vaccination program started here in India. It started last Saturday, and 10 lakh Indian nationals have been vaccinated. And India had told the world that its own population will come first, and then thereafter the world population will be the key focus. But the fact that India has this huge capacity, Serum Institute is the largest company which produces the vaccine. So that shows that the capacity is something that India has, and India is using this capacity not only for its own population but for the entire humanity. Something that the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi had highlighted during his United Nations General Assembly speech last year. But today, of course, the big day is on the commercial exports, and flights have left for Brazil and Morocco. So next in line will be South Africa, Bangladesh. These are the 2 countries, and of course Saudi Arabia as well, 3 countries in fact, which will be getting the commercial consignment. In fact, Myanmar and Bangladesh have contracted 30 million doses of made in India vaccine.
All right, Siddhant, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us with all those details. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.